Yeah, you too. Today's topic, I want to talk about the best career decision I ever made. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I went to college. I was in school 18, 19, 20. I got kicked out of school. I had a good job in Los Angeles in the photo industry in Hollywood. I was there for about 5 years, but something was missing. And I could have progressed, but the reason I decided to leave Los Angeles was because I always wanted to finish my school and travel, and I needed adventure. And that is when the idea of the Air Force came to me for the second time. The first time I was 20 years old, and I thought about joining the Air Force, and I said, nope, I'm already in school. Fast forward a few years later, 23, it was time for me to leave. So I enlisted in the Air Force at the age of 23. That was the best career move that I ever made. And at the age of 24, that's when I went through basic training. And I said, I'm going to do this for 4 years, I'm going to get out, and I'm going to have an adventure for 4 years. And the second thing that I have to say as far as that decision of joining the Air Force was going in there and really kind of just opening my eyes and seeing what was around. The reason I say it was the best decision I ever made to join the Air Force was because I had no idea what I was going to get myself into. But I went in there, and because I was a little bit older, I had the experience and the vision of taking care of what I needed to take care of opportunities to serve, to meet new people, to work with a team of people. And whatever job they gave me, I was going to succeed, and I feel that's exactly what I did. I didn't love the job of the fire department. It was a good job, but I still did a good job. That was very important because it opened more doors for me. And there was education, and all of the education that I wanted to pursue was going to be paid for in exchange for my service by the Air Force. And that's when my wife and I decided, you know what, this is a really good lifestyle, and I learned so much. I had discipline and training that I've talked about in many of my other videos that I lacked prior to coming into the Air Force. I was surrounded by professional people. I've always said that the Air Force is not a perfect team. Believe me, it's not a perfect team, but it's a very good team. And the thing that I like about it is that if you have input, most of the times it's going to be received. That doesn't mean it's always received. And as long as it's solid input as well, you can't just say, why don't we just work for 4 hours a day and go home? That's not going to happen. It has to be good input. But there's a lot of opportunities in the Air Force. And then the second part of that decision of the best career decision I ever made, which was to join the Air Force, was to make it a career. I realized that making the Air Force or the military is not a long-term career for many people. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. If anything, I've made a video in the past about the Air Force was a stepping stone for either myself or for other people. For me, it just happened to be because I made the decision of making it a long-term career. And it's really paid off in many ways. I've heard a lot of people, or a few people say, you join the military when you don't have any idea what you want to do. That's partially true. But in the military, as far as the Air Force, my experience, I've met very intelligent people on the enlisted side and also on the officer side. Sharp people, people that I can tell are super sharp, way beyond me. I think I just have common sense, and I have really good common sense, and I work hard. That's what has made me a successful person in my career. And I've served enlisted officer, active duty, reserve, and I'm still serving right now as an Air Force civilian. I've been doing that for a long time as well. For me, the Air Force has been a perfect fit. And what could I do if I wasn't in the Air Force? Somebody asked me that one time, what job would I want to do if I wasn't in the Air Force? And I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'd want to do, but for me, sticking to the Air Force topic, which is one of the reasons why I created this channel, was to share my experiences, is it's really opened so many doors. It's done more for me than I've brought to the Air Force. There's always opportunities to lead people. There's always opportunities to work on teams with people, followership, which is very important. That's how I began as a one-striper, airman in the Air Force at the age of 24. To me, the Air Force is something that was, like I said, a perfect fit for me. And I realize it's not for everybody. And I say that on my channel. You have to explore your options. You have to join for the right reason. You have to continue to serve for the right reason. And there's nothing wrong with an individual who serves 4 years and says, did my time, I want to move in a different direction. Much appreciated their service to the country as well. For me, like I said, it's been a great journey. I've been the functional expert, the one that knows how to do the job, that's doing the job. I've also led people. So it's allowed me so many opportunities, and I'll leave you with this. I don't think I was born a leader. I learned about leadership, and I followed people, and I paid attention, and I made mistakes as a leader as well, but I became a leader at work in my professional career, a leader at home, a leader in just everyday conversations with people. I've learned so much, and to me that's what I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve. And the best thing in the Air Force are the people, because I've met incredible people from all ages, all ranks, different eras that they served in the Air Force. And that's something that I really appreciate, which helps that I'm personnel and I'm human resources, and to me it's the people. So explore the option and do what's best for yourself.